Put a finger down if you're a business owner who's trying to get your business noticed, but you're also an introvert who does not like to be in front of the camera or get socially anxious around people. Hi guys, welcome to another video. Happy New Year, everyone. I don't think I've said that yet. Happy New Year. My name is Osa. If you're just seeing me for the first time, I create branding and lifestyle content. And if you're a returning subscriber, hi guys, thank you for coming back. This year we're going to give it to you hot, so please stay tuned. So today we're going to be talking about something that's really very interesting for somebody like me, and I thought it would be interesting for other entrepreneurs. As you know, you may or may not know, I am an entrepreneur. I have a couple of businesses and I have been doing this for a few years, and I just thought, okay, what's one of the things that I know people are dealing with, especially like my friends, people I talk to, that might be of interest to somebody else. And I thought this video would probably help somebody like you. So if you're an introvert who is also a business owner, it's already like a contrasting thing, right? And you basically want to be able to balance that out. Now, how do you do that? There's many different ways, but first of all, let me just tell you something. For somebody like me, I'm what they call an introverted extrovert. So I can do well around people. I kind of do really well around people. It's weird, right? When I'm around people, like, I can basically just feed off energy and whatever. But like, if I go out today, probability that I will not go out again for another 2 weeks is very high, because I have been drained of all energy, right? But I love my space. I love being by myself. I love just reading, doing things. Like, I'm very big homebody, right? I can be by myself. I don't even need to be with anybody. Like, I can just be by myself all day. So I totally get when those personalities kind of contrast. And now if you're an entrepreneur, you're starting a business and you're trying to do this thing, and people are telling you go online and you try to get tips on how to maybe market your business, and you're seeing things like, put yourself out there, put your brand out there, do this, do that, and you're already thinking, no. Well, I hope this video helps you, right? Because these are the people I'm talking to today. As much as I don't know if it's obvious, but I am very, very anxious or nervous when I'm sitting in front of a camera. I know it might not be right, but well, that's just what it is. And I told myself last year that I was just going to step out of my comfort zone because I wanted to do something different. And you know that thing about, if you want to see something different, doing the same thing and expecting a different results, kind of insanity. So I wanted to see different results in my business. I felt like I had gotten to a plateau where things weren't really going as fast as I wanted them to, or even moving at all, and I was basically just dealing with people I had been dealing with for a long time, and I wanted new clients. I wanted to reach out to more people. I wanted to build a personal brand. And fun fact, so one of the businesses I do, one of the big things I'm on is about branding, right? And I help a lot of businesses, small businesses, big businesses, to basically build their brand and put their brand out there. Now, explain to me how somebody who does that is not a social media person, is not an extrovert, is not really into the whole being online. Very, very confusing, isn't it? Well, so that's the thing, right? So it's something I'm very in love with. I love building brands. I love helping people to, build their dreams when they're trying to build a business or do something about, I love all of it, right? But personally, if it was just me, I'm more of a, content consumer. Or I was, right? So that's really like personally. But I thought, how do I do this thing where I can reach out to more people? People would know who I am, put a face to the brand I am trying to build, or the business I'm trying to build. And I thought, okay, so this is something that I can do. And because it clashes a little bit with my personality in terms of being out there and sitting in front of a camera and doing all of these things, it has been a learning curve. It still is. I'm still learning every day. But I just thought to share some of the tips that I have learned so far, and I hope that it helps somebody too, right? So let's just get into it. So first and foremost, we want to talk about authenticity, right? You don't have to pretend to be somebody you are not, to be something you are not. That's very, very important when you are trying to build a name for yourself, build a brand. You are trying to do this new thing, right? What is your biggest strength? What are your qualities? Like, for an introvert, right, being a unique observer is like a very big quality. I can probably like feel the energy of the room just by sitting and watching people. I can tell, who's like a top boss, who's who's the person that would do the work, who's the person you basically just get a feel of people's personalities when you watch, when you observe. And that's not a problem. I don't think having those certain qualities deters you from being like the best business owner or brand owner that you can be, because you are not a talkative or you can't do whatever it is. So hone in on what makes you you, what makes you unique, because at the end of the day, that's the one thing that would sell, right? You want to be able to use your skills to your advantage. For somebody like me, one of the very few things, I'm very confident, right? Even when I might not necessarily know or be in, like, I give off the aura of confidence. I give off this aura of I have the confident attitude, and it's something I have worked on all through my life. I grew up with parents who made me believe in myself and believe in the things I was trying to do. So when I walk into a place, I can sell myself in terms of just how somebody just gives off this thing, right? So that I think those are one of my qualities. And I'm also a very unique observer. I would probably see something that somebody else who is not as observant as I am would see, in terms of how to talk to someone, what their needs are. I'm a very good listener. So if I'm talking to a client, for example, I hear behind the things they are trying to tell me, right? So if I ask you, what are your business stresses, you might be telling me about one thing, but I'm hearing something else, or like an extra thing that I can work on, and I use those things to my advantage. Now, what I have done in trying to be authentic with that is, because I'm trying to build a brand, I do this in a way where it works, in a way where it basically just gives losing my train of thoughts while I am talking. Anyways, but what I'm trying to say basically, right, is that it basically just helps people know that you are forming genuine connections, right? They can tell that you are listening. They can tell that, okay, this person is going to do exactly what it is that they want you to do. So there's a way to go about these things where your authenticity will just shine through, and that's exactly how you want to come across, right? Now, a lot of people feel more at home behind the keyboard. We're not talking about trolls or whatever it is. We're talking about people who have the power or the gift of the written word, right? You are very good at copywriting, blog writing. You can write articles for days. Somebody reads your articles, they're like want to read more, they want to, writers and things like that. Now you can hone into that. You might not be able to, when you are starting off, you might not be comfortable in front of the camera, like I said, but you can do things where your voice is still heard, and you can write articles and share these things online. Share it with friends when you start, tell your friends to share it with their friends, and just keep doing that. And then after a while, that gift shines through, and you can definitely relate with people more when you do that. You can express your thoughts, share your knowledge on your expertise on certain things, and people will actually gravitate to you eventually, because they know that, okay, this person knows what they're talking about. A lot of people have built full careers on being anonymous, right? They use their anonymity as a sort of currency, because now you don't know who this person is, but this person's word usually just makes a difference. When they say A will happen, A will happen. When they say B will happen, B will happen. Or when they say this is a good trend, it's actually a really good trend. So you can actually build your profile, build your business based on just the power of the written word, or being anonymous. So that's another way you can definitely hack into the entrepreneurship thing when you're an introvert. Then we have networking. Guys, so this word, right, networking, it gives me not goosebumps, but it kind of makes me uncomfortable. It makes me, because it kind of just means, oh, I need to go to all these conferences, I need to talk to people, I need to go and when they say sell yourself, you have to go. And that might not just be who you are, and that is okay. Trust me. What you can start with is, the great thing about networking these days, because of the way the world is changing and evolving, is you can do this online. You can again use the power of your word, keyboards and whatnot, and basically just talk to people on online communities. There are forums, there are you can join WhatsApp communities, Telegram communities. You can join different places where you can basically just meet with people. And what happens is, even if you are in a group of 200 people, eventually, just because of the way the humans connect and gravitate, you eventually gravitate towards 2 or 3 people or 4 people that you can talk to more on a daily basis. I'm horrible with groups. I'm not even going to lie. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm in a lot of groups, and all my friends know I would talk only when it is important, all right? Or maybe one of those really good days where I'm a little hyped, so I'm just going to, and I know these people, these are my friends, right? But I'm just not, it just doesn't work for me, right? I'm just not a talk in a group kind of person. If I have to do one-on-one, that's great. If I have to talk to, 2 people, that's fine. But when I start talking about, 5 people, 10 people in the, why are we all talking? Like, why? Anyways, but these things are important, right? Because you need to be able to, again, if you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, starting a brand, starting something, you need to be able to sell your brand, guys. Like, there's nobody will do it for you. That's the honest truth. Nobody will. So you basically need to be able to speak about it. You need to be able to share what you know about it, share your thoughts, share your expertise. Like, I used to be a very big believer of, oh, my work will sell itself, my work will speak for itself. My dear, no, it won't. Because there are 10,000 other people. There are 7 billion people in this world, and then, like, a lot of people do what you do. They might not even be as good as you. They might be better than you, whatever it is. But if you're not even trying, sweetie, you're going to drown. Like, nobody's going to see you. That's the honest truth. Like, your work will not speak for you. It might speak for you among 2 or 3 people, maybe your friends, but you are trying to make that money. So you're going to have to sell yourself, right? So if you're going to join all of this online, like I said, networking virtually, right? One thing we need to do is talk. And then I think I find it easier when, for example, I have to join like a Zoom meeting or Zoom session or whatever it is, and people are asking questions. Your camera can be off. Your camera can, you can start with your camera being off. Eventually you get more comfortable around these people, so you can put it on or whatever. And just, at least talk, say something, do so, like, sell yourself. This year 2024, we are going to sell ourselves. Okay. So if you're going to network this year, try smaller communities, try WhatsApp, try Facebook groups, I just said Facebook, but yes, they actually help. Try Facebook groups, right? Try different things, like talk to people, sell yourself, find what's the word, people in the same industry as you, share ideas, go on lunch dates, 1 or 2 things. It's easier when you're talking to 1 or 2 people, right? Get to know them, and it gets a little easier. This is also to myself, because I keep planning lunch dates with so many people. I keep trying to, it's hard, guys, but one step at a time. Just, 1 step at a time. Which brings me to my next point, which is consistency. Do you understand? You have to be consistent in whatever it is you're doing. If you're just writing articles, be consistent. If you're just one of those people who want to do like audio podcasts, be consistent. Because no matter what you're trying to sell, no matter what you're trying to say, if you don't keep doing it, guys, content is king, but like, it's, the world doesn't remember things. It's moving. So if you don't, try something, if you don't push yourself out there, if you don't continue being in people's faces, people will forget. And that's just the way the world works. So if you're trying to sell your brand, no matter what it is you're doing, no matter the medium you're going to use to do that, just be consistent. It is key to every single thing. Like, part of the thing when I was writing my goals for the year was being consistent at certain things, because that's the only way you're going to see any progress anyways, right? So if, for example, you have been writing 1 article for maybe a blog you're trying to build, try doing 2 a month, or try doing 1 consistently every month, or try doing a newsletter. Try different things, but just be consistent at it, right? Because this will help you do better, I guess. Lastly, remember that you don't have to do it alone, right? Find someone. One thing I believe in is, doing something with people. So I used to do this thing where if I wanted to go somewhere, I go with my sisters, or I go with my friend or my husband or something, right? I'm now believing more in, solo dates and doing things, but I always go with somebody. I digress. But what I'm trying to say is basically do it with someone. If you are the quiet type, you're an introvert, get a partner or a COO or whatever that's more extroverted, right? So you are the observer, you are the one with the ideas, you are the one who does certain things, but they are the people person. I don't know how these people do it, but they always have the energy. They always have, like, you just need that person that would basically be the energy. You know how somebody just comes with a vibe, right? You need that person. For example, like, with me and my husband, he's the people person. Everybody, including my friends, they love him. They love him so much. Like, they love him better than they love me now, right? So it's basically just, it's very, very interesting. So it's basically just finding somebody who can match. They believe in your dream. You guys are going to work together to achieve that dream, but like their energy is going to match yours in terms of they will be the people, like the front runner, while you are, assisting in that, in that regard. But basically, don't just do it alone. Find a way that works for you. Find a way that, for example, if you talk a lot, I'm sorry I'm stuttering a lot, but basically, if you don't talk a lot, sorry, right? And you're going to maybe like a podcast session, you can go with this person's partner of yours who is more of a driving force, who can get your points across. Because what happens is, while you're trying to explain something, this person is there, so this person can help you buttress that point. Or while they are talking, you can now so people just know that, okay, these people are a duo, these people are a trio or whatever, but like this person is the person that talks, person that does this, person that does that, so you don't have to do it alone. Yeah, I hope that my little ramblings have gotten to somebody today. But I just want you to know that it is very possible to, be an entrepreneur, use your gifts. Okay, so I hope my little ramblings have helped somebody today. The moral of the story is basically just use the tools that you're equipped with right now, and just be better and try to do better this year. Tell yourself, this year I'm going to be more consistent. I'm going to try to reach out to at least one or two people. I'm going to sell my brand. Be unashamed about that business, be unashamed about that brand. Nobody will sell it as much as you will. You started that dream, so you know exactly this is what you want to do, right? So tell people. Start with telling a friend, and then tell another friend, and then another friend. And when you know it, you're a lot more comfortable telling people about what it is that you are doing. Starting this channel for me was one of the things I really wanted to do last year, mainly because I needed a creative outlet to do some of the other things that I couldn't do with the businesses that I do have, but also because I basically just wanted to build up my speaking skills and try something new. And it has been quite, like I said, it has been a learning curve. I'm learning every day. I'm sure if people if you watch my first video and this one, you can see that maybe I'm probably a little more relaxed. You just keep on practicing and keep on doing it, and once keep on showing up, eventually things they kind of balance out, they kind of align, right? So yeah, if you're an introvert, please share in the comment section how you usually handle doing business, especially in a world where you need to be everywhere. If this has helped you, please leave a comment as well, share with your friends who are introverts. I would like to really hear what everybody thinks. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.